Hello, welcome to Document Decision from episode 5. Today we are going to talk about Trojan. Now, anti-virus modifier is something on Android. Today I was this guy. Was it a boy right way? Well, this guy that way thing.
No, your right
Yeah,
hand was doing it correctly. Use your right hand, and because I'm over here. See this wall? Yeah,
yeah,
you're going right there.
mm,
So
yeah,
I just glanced at this topic for today. This new Trojan that's been found, but it's not involved in any campaigns as of now that we know. We know it exists in the wild, but the dark web hasn't taken up the torch and started lighting you up with it yet. As I said to
mm,
you earlier before the show, when I go to this link that's been provided to us by threatpost.com, the first question I have about spynote is, well, how do you get rid of it?
mm,
Right?
mm,
They've got links showing, oh, this spyware can do this and this and this and all this thing. Unlikely that closely related rats, OmniRat and DroidJack research say they have not seen spynote in the wild, therefore determining how attacks might lure victims into downloading the Android APK is still unknown. Okay, so they don't even know how you can get it, let alone the cure.
yeah,
Not my not my favorite blog post. I got to say, it's a well, there's a Trojan, but we don't know how to get rid of it, and we don't know what makes it happen. Good luck with that
mm,
information. That's like uninformation, kind of. It's like saying, well, you
yeah,
can't get it off if you get it on you, and we don't know what makes it happen to get stuck to you, but this is the name of it. So
mm,
I guess it's good to know that there's a Trojan out there called spynote that we have no idea how it gets into an Android.
mm, yeah.
And
I mean, it is scary how it is scary how people um hack into your gear, hack into your phone or your gear. Like people need to be
well,
more secure.
we talked the other day. If there's a single biggest threat to your network
Mm,
security, it's got to be under that big umbrella
yeah,
wireless. There are more attacks that are made against wireless
mm,
now than anything because the mobile and the wearable app are hardware is so prevalent. I mean, mobile outnumbers desktop now. I guess that's the latest I heard.
mm,
So if the biggest piece of the pie or the prize is the mobile interface, hey, where are they going to put their energy? Not into hacking my old uh, 2012 built desktop. No, it's going to be on my 2012 built mobile phone because they have a better chance getting through the wireless interface than they will with the hardware
mm,
interface.
yeah, very true. I mean, if you look at the data, right? If you look at the data, how are you thankful you need a proper protection on the mobile, which I have got. You need a proper antivirus, which I have got. Then none of this will happen.
Well, I think the best security system,
Mm,
the best
yeah,
one, is the one that you don't give a name,
yeah,
the one that you don't talk about.
mm,
When someone says, "Hey, I'm the new guy in town selling security systems for computer
mm,
networks, and we'd like you to try our product," then don't say, "Oh, I've already got blah blah blah," whatever the name of it
yeah,
is. Simply say to that guy, "I already have a security
mm,
system." "Oh, really? You've got one? What is it called?" Well, if it was a security system, I wouldn't give you the
yeah,
name, would I?
exactly.
There you
Yeah,
go. the less said about your security system, your environment, and what you've got going as far as electric fences, the better. Like, sure, you can say I'm online. Duh, you can look at me right now. I'm online. But am I on a window? Am I on a Windows 10 network? Am I on a firewall protected network? Am I on a firewall protected machine? And you can't have too many firewalls. I don't think. And knowing how they work and how to configure them is an important part of the recipe. A lot of clients that I get are people that are virtually clueless. I mean, they know how to take care of their business, but when it comes to doing IT on their own hand by themselves, not so good. They don't have a clue.
I mean, yeah. And the other one is that you want to talk about last week about data. Now, you say like you want to talk about data. After watching the show, you want to talk about data.
Well, gosh, my mind's racing thinking of the people I could pick on. I think the biggest tip that you could provide people is that if you're not 100% sure that your security system is good, then hire somebody like Corinder, who does it for a living, to examine your network and see if there's any flaws in it. Take a look at the wireless setup you have. Are you using a sort of a second-hand two-step authentication method with maybe having a MAC address authentication and then having an encrypted list that only devices that are on your MAC authenticated network that have the encryption key can get into it. Because if you throw up enough hurdles, they won't go around the track. They won't want to invest the time it takes to get into all through those firewalls to get nothing. Okay. And when I say get nothing, you don't keep your important information on the internet. You keep it. Let me show you this unhackable device. This is a security show, right? You get one of these. These are hack-proof, guaranteed. No computer, I don't care what operating system they have, can get into this. Okay. And you might be able to scan and read that one little card that I'm showing there. But is that a real card? Well, maybe. Let me see. Yeah, someday I should do a count, Corinder, and count how many Rolodex cards I have versus how many authentication methods I have that are online, that are digital. Quite a big number. So that's enough of me rambling on about Rolodexes. It shows my age, I guess.
I agree. Like, people don't even know what security is. Like, some people say, why might you know? I think any. That's not like your security zone? No. So, I just say, why not make security? This is where we know. Do I listen to the radio? Listening to the airphone. This is what is people that last day need to feel. Right? Do not give anyone your password. I think many people giving up people's passwords. Do not give up any.
Right. If you send a password out in an email and then say, oh, well, this is encrypted, they won't get into this. This is really good stuff. You don't send passwords in the mail. Either snail mail or digital mail, an email, you don't do it. If you know this person, you call them up on the phone and you say, the password is blah, blah, blah. Then you've done your job. You've kept it secure because you haven't written it down and send it out through the net.
But I have seen, like, people going out and come into your house. I've been in my work, like at my work in some cases. They go to your house, go to your PR, put it on, type the password, they're like, is it out? And then they don't even know what they're doing. They don't even know how they got into there. Like, I thought if you give someone a password, it's not, it's like, even a specify, right? People always give specify out. To, that's what the seriously do. Give me specify on online. For another person, fine.
Well, there's certainly a lot of precedent to finding out about security the bad way. That is to say, after you've been um, extorted or someone's run the blackmail at you, or you know that your system's compromised, then oh bother, like this Trojan that we talked about this morning. If that does come down the pipe and it gets to your desktop, well, how do they get to the desktop if your desktop's not even connected wirelessly? If you're on a hardwired system, so knowing how that can happen is a plus. Having a security system in place that, like I said before, you don't talk about to nobody.
Yeah.
The only people that need to know about your security system are you and maybe the guy that configures it and sets it up, because it might be above your head. Like they say, it's above your pay grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So that's my 2 cents on that subject.
yeah.
Is that the less said, the better. So I'm not really sure why we should do a security show talking about stuff we're not supposed to talk about. But we don't talk about specifics. Like you said, we don't give out passwords. We don't give out specific names of hardware firewalls or software firewalls or anything like that. So
So, in that case,
that's good.
you can find people. I was supposed to check out data, what is data meaning, if I remember the name. If not, let me submit. I want you to me.
Are you talking about the company that likes to
Yeah,
clean Edinburgh
yeah.
Dusters? That one. It'll be on his invoice.
And then Kevin Donian in Scotland, which is the podcast.
Right.
And then also check out this one, if I can find it. Like on Monday to Friday, yeah. So Monday to Friday, the then it's not in there, not in there. It's an awesome then. It's my
It's called Friends Just Chatting.
yeah. Yeah, this one. Francis Ryan. That's the one.
Right. That's it.
That was this thing. And then
And I think he tries to start it up. I was talking to him just the other day because he's co-host on the show that I do. Shameless plug for the Guy or Cook Report. And Kelvin said he tries to start it up at GMT 11 a.m. So if you know what your difference is between GMT, of course, Corinder is on GMT, so he doesn't have any difference in that. But like mine is -8.
yeah.
So I know that if he starts it at 11 in the morning his time, that's the wee hours, 3 a.m. here in the good old US of A where I live. So I might be a little bit late. I don't oftentimes see the kickoff of the show, but it's there in the morning when I have all the other chores I have to get done. I can go to that and watch.
Yeah. I mean, this is also your so also set up Firefox. Firefox, if you want on your phone, use your phone. I I am struggling this morning with Firefox. You're not national with Firefox. You're not national, you're not national friend. You're not national friend, and it messed up. So Firefox is the best thing.
FireTalk, FireTalk, it's got issues as far as I'm concerned. I had one yesterday.
Hmm.
We tried to start up the channel to go live, and it says, "Oh, the channel's already live," and I couldn't find the off switch to turn it off to able to go live.
Hmm.
So we had to schedule an event.
Hmm.
Uh, as the co-host said in the recording yesterday, he had to jump through some hoops, get it up, get the link up, so that we could, you know, do the show. I'm here an hour west of Seattle in Washington State, United States, and Kelvin is in Cambridge in England. So we've got to be able to simulcast into the process like we're doing here on Blab
Yeah.
in order to get a show recorded.
Hmm.
And the only way we could do it in FireTalk yesterday was through scheduling of an event to go to the channel proper was that.
Hmm.
Now, if that happens to you on the channel
Hmm.
and your channel's already live, go to the link down there in the bottom that says manage updates and delete all the extra ones. There'll be multiple events like the event we're doing today on Saturday. There might be 2 or 3 of them showing in the list, and your channel's locked open because of that. You just get a black screen. You don't get the YouTube playlist or what you normally expect to see. And that's how I fixed mine that one time, that one way.
Hmm. And people are listening on radio. If you want a media and you want to listen on the radio in the car, go to this website, which is soulforecasting.airtime.com. And yeah, really, check it out and put in the that as well. Put
Okay.
my phone up as well.
So broadcast
Mm.
it's so broadcasting blad dot airtime dot pro.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it in the screen.
Mm.
And that's another example of the new top level domain names coming to pass. The .pro is separate and apart from what traditionally was used as
Mm.
.net or .org, .com, those things. So the .pro link, that's state of the art neato as far as I'm concerned. Airtime.pro has done a good job there.
Mm. So if you want to media and you listen to that, thank you very much, guys, for listening. And see you next time. Keep it safe, keep it happy. Oh yeah, you ever hear anything? You guys forget anything?
Well, we already told them don't share your passwords unless you hand it to somebody or do it on the phone. Don't email it.
Mm.
Okay, that's that. You know, saying that too many times, I don't think will happen. And thanks to the people that are in chat listening right now, I see some icons up
Mm.
there.
So keep it happy. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.